So guys, welcome. And if you are new to this my channel, please before you go, click on the subscribe button, like and share. So I've done analysis on our Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD JPY. So go back to watch it. So if in case you are interested in any of it, so this we will be looking at our USD card, USD Swiss franc, and our New Zealand USD for the week. By the way, so I mean, those of you, if you were actually following, you will actually see how we predicted this our move on our USD and how we actually got it right. So now currently, let's start with our monthly time frame. So that is it. We all can see this our monthly time frame is actually an uptrend. Let me take highlight some key level here. This we can see our USD card was actually ranging on our monthly time frame here. We can see this as a support level. This is a support level, this is a support level, and we all see this resistance level. Once our price comes to our resistance, we tend to see a drop, and once it gets to our support level, it tends to rise up, right, on our USD card now. So of recent, what do you think we are moving now? We all can see we are actually pushing up on our USD card, and believe me, we will continue to still rise on our USD card. Now notice why I said we would rise on our USD card. First of all, an interest rate was increased, by the way, in the US, by the way. So once the interest rate tends to increase, we see that our USD currency itself tends to increase, which means the dollar keeps getting stronger and stronger. So now once it keeps getting stronger, we see it reflect on our USD card, so it will become more expensive to get a dollar. So now see it on this way. This is actually on the technical analysis we want to view it on. This was actually a huge movement upward. I'll start it from here. There was a correction. There was an impulse movement. You'll notice this impulse movement broke above this previous highs. There was a correction, and now we actually have an impulse movement here. I'll see a correction here. So we are actually having an impulse movement again on our USD. I'll take it as the on our USD card. So what do we think if you have to see it this way? We see one key level here that our price is supposed to drop, by the way, but it did not drop. So we are tend to have a huge continuous movement on our USD card. So USD card on our monthly time frame, by the way, we are actually going bullish, right, on our USD card. So now let's see it this way. USD on our monthly time frame, it is actually a bullish move. Now let's see it on our weekly time frame. We all can see it, an impulse move. This price is just going higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows now, right? This was our let us take here. This was our previous higher highs, right? This was an impulse move downward. There was a correction here, and now we are actually having another highs. What do we expect if it is an uptrend move? We are expecting our highs to break this our previous higher highs, which means we'll be having that bullish move this week that will break this our previous higher highs this week. So this week we'll be having impulse movements that will break our previous higher highs. So a confirmation too on our weekly time frame that our USD to our card will actually open and close bullish. We see the week that just passed, we opened and closed bullish, which our prediction was correct, right? And now this week we would also open and close bullish on our USD card. So if you are to take a you want to go long on our USD card, then fine, it is good, because this week we would actually be going long. Let's see it on our daily time frame now. See, this is our previous highs. Now let me take this liquidity area here. So let's start it from here. There was an impulse movement here. There was a correction. There was an impulse movement again. Correction here. We saw this impulse movement. Now we are having a correction. One, this is a correction since we have an impulse move. Secondly, this is actually a key level, which is our liquidity area here. So which is a confirmation that our USD to our card is now on a correction mode. So possibly we should see it drop to this level here. And guess what? You see this week. I think our week is about 20 pips close to this our clear we just talked about, by the way, and it is rising up, so it might not even get to it. We're very much likely to be seeing a rise. So this week that is coming, we will actually be having that huge movement upward again on our USD card. Now confirm it on our USD index. Let's start it from here, by the way. impulse movement, we had a correction, impulse movement, correction, impulse movement, correction. So now let's see it this way from here. So this was an impulse movement here which hit out this ice, right? And if you see it, this ice too, this was our previous higher highs on our weekly time frame. If you have to see, this was our previous higher highs on our weekly time frame. So on our daily time frame, our price hits that level, right? And once our price hits that level, we saw a retracement. The same thing with our USD card. There was a previous IC this area here, liquidity huge candlestick wick here. So price hit it and we had a correction. What are we expecting? A bullish move again. Same thing with our USD index. So once we start having that bullish move, which will break above this highs we are all expecting, then our USD card itself will go high to break above this liquidity area we are expecting for the week. Now to actually take this trade, we would look at it on our 4-hour time frame and 1-hour time frame. So basically, 4-hour time frame, this is actually a drop here. So we should see this drop, at least the drop to took out this ice, then we add this huge liquidity that was close to this. So what are we expecting? We are seeing a rally movement upward. So at least we should see this rally movement about 72 pips to this our previous highs here. So once our price can actually break above it, if you want to take the buy straight up, then we will be having 70 plus pips. But once our price hits this our IC, yeah, this our previous this ice that we just talked about, then we can actually now enter the trade on our USD card on our 4-hour time frame. So watch out for it. We are going long, and same thing with our 1-hour time frame. See the same thing with our 1-hour time frame. So exactly, we've had a pullback, a retracement. Now we are expecting a bullish move upward on our USD card. That is it. Now let's see our USD Swiss franc, by the way. So actually the week we actually talked about our USD Swiss franc, and I told you before we will be going long, and I also went long, by the way. So you all can see the trade from here. I actually took the trade upward, by the way. So on our USD card, Swiss franc, by the way. So those who took the trade with me, fine, you would have grabbed a lot. Now let's see it this way on our week monthly time frame. I think monthly time frame would be okay. Okay, I think it's delaying. See it now. Monthly time frame. This is our USD Swiss franc monthly time frame. Let's start from here. A huge impulse movement upward, right? Right. This was a huge impulse movement. Now we are actually on a correction movement downward. This is a correction downward on our impulse USD Swiss franc. What we are expecting next is another impulse movement upward again, at least to take out this our previous highs on our monthly time frame. Since this was our previous highs on our monthly time frame, which is about one let's say take it as 1.00700. See it here, 1.00700. So we are expecting a huge movement again, at least to take out this ice. That should be giving us about 200 plus pips, close to 300 pips. So for till this month we end, we're very much likely to take out this ice we just talked about, which is about 1.00700 on our monthly time frame. So monthly time frame, we are actually bullish and we should actually go long. On our weekly time frame, by the way, we all can see this price was actually moving here. We all see this huge drop, and now our price is now actually rallying up again. We would want to see our price rally up to hit this ice here before we possibly might be getting a drop on our USD Swiss franc. So weekly time frame also, we are aiming to go long on our weekly time frame. Daily time frame, by the way, this was currently we saw this previous highs, price came to this our highs, it's dropped. We saw our price rose to this our highs again and it's dropped, right? So no, price rose to this place and it's dropped. So let's take this as a key level area here. So how we highlight it on our daily time frame. Now our price actually has given us huge impulse move upward. We add a correction. we add another impulse move upward again. So this is actually a key level area I want you guys to know. So our price came to this level area once before and it's dropped. Now our price is at that level again. We are expecting an impulse move this level. So once we have this impulse, let's see, probably to this level here. Once we have this impulse retracement level to this level, then we'll be having a rally movement again on our USD Swiss franc. So above all, this week we would also want to open and close bullish on our USD Swiss franc this week. But before that, we are expecting an impulse move, a retracement, by the way, on our USD Swiss franc. See this way: impulse move, huge impulse move, a correction. This is another huge impulse move down upward. For after this impulse move upward, we are expecting a correction again. So that is why I said watch out. USD Swiss franc will be having a correction. Once we have a correction, then another impulse movement upward on our USD Swiss franc. And to take this trade, I think we will see it on our 4-hour time frame, by the way. So 4-hour time frame, it is still actually an uptrend move, by the way. So possibly if our price can actually possibly break above this ice here. Once our 4-hour time frame break above this ice, or it breaks above 0.98650, then you can actually now take our buy on our USD Swiss franc to actually go long. And lastly, we'll be looking at is our New Zealand USD now. So this New Zealand has actually dropped, by the way. It has actually gotten to this our lows, which we predicted about last week, that we'll be having a huge amount of drop on our New Zealand to our USD. So this was a huge impulse move. This was a correction. Another huge impulse move. It has gotten to this our key level area, which you can take as our support level. Now we are having a correction, right? So once we have this correction, I believe we would have the correction to this level here, which is about 0.61618. Currently we are trading at 0.61094. So if you can see our price rise up to 0.61618, then we would have another huge impulse move downward on our New Zealand USD. So that is on our daily time frame. We are expecting a huge drop, and let's see it on our weekly time frame, since we are using our trying to analyze the week. So we can see this level here. Let's take it this way: huge impulse move. There was a correction here. Now we are expecting another huge impulse move downward on our New Zealand USD. So we are expecting our price to break above this liquidity level area, then a continuous drop on our New Zealand dollar to our USD. So this week we are actually going to be going bearish on our New Zealand dollar to our US dollar.